Several of you have contacted me to ask about a simpler way to grade, especially forums. Let me show you what I use to grade forums. It's called the Joule grader. I think once you see this tool, you're going to like the way that it works. Now I should point out first that I am in the sandbox. This is just a dummy class that I use for these kinds of videos. There's no true student data being displayed here. You're also going to notice when I open up the forum that there's some rather strange things written in these forums. You should know that I've simply pulled random selections from novels off of the internet and stuck them in these forums. There's nothing in there that's designed to actually make sense. So please look at the technique that I'm showing you, but don't try to make sense of the actual posts that you see. At any rate, Joule grader. Now I have my settings block docked here on the left side. Your settings block may be on the right side of the screen. That's alright. In the settings block though, if you'll look near the bottom of the settings, you'll see something called the Joule grader. Clicking on that will open the grader. And the very first thing I'll do is click on Show Activities Requiring Grading. Now Joule will go out and find only the activities that I have not yet graded. Already this will save me a ton of time because I don't have to search through a bunch of things that I've already taken care of. Now there are three little drop down boxes here. The first is the activity. I have, looks like, 4 activities that still require some grading. The Mark Twain quote, that's a forum that students can participate in. I have an assignment where they had to upload 2 files, and I have a lab, which was an online text type of assignment. I'm going to start with Mark Twain quote. I can choose here only groups if I have groups in my class, or all participants. And finally, I can choose which student I want to grade. Now you'll see that Abby, Bob, Charlene, David, and Eileen have both submitted into this forum. I'm going to start with Abby. Now right at the top I can see that Abby has a total of 5 posts. There are 2 original posts and 3 replies. None of them have been marked as substantive. I'll tell you a little more about that in just a few moments. But as I scroll down the page, here's one of Abby's original posts. And here's one of her responses. Now the reason they've got Eileen's post here is because Abby is responding to her. And this way, as the instructor, you can gain some context about what Abby's saying by first reading what Eileen said originally. Here's another situation just like that. We're actually grading Abby, but in order to understand what Abby's saying, we may first have to read what Bob has said, because that's what she's responding to. Oh, here's another spot. Abby's responded actually 2 times to this one thing Bob has said. She must have really liked that. And here's another original post by Abby. After I've read all of this material from Abby, I can pop in a grade here. Oh, maybe she's earned 20 points. I can also put in some kind of a comment. Good job. Of course, my comment should be more substantive than this, but let's suppose that's what I'm going to do. I would click Add, and that would add this comment to her grade. She could see that comment in the grade book. I can also put in a grade for her. If I click Save and Next, it would save this grade for Abby and automatically open up Bob's so I could grade his. Now rather than do that, I may want to come back and look at Abby's again in the future, so I'm going to click on Bob's and just go straight to his work. Now I notice Bob has 4 total posts, 1 original, and 3 replies. He also has 1 substantive post. That would be this first one. Now folks, to the right of the title of these posts, there's a little green S. Oh, it's grayed out. It's really hard to see, but it is there. But if I click that S, it will turn it on. This is how I mark substantive posts. Now Moodle's not going to tell me what the qualifications are for substantive. It's not going to define substantive. I would define that myself. But whatever definition I use, whatever it is I'm looking for, I have determined that this is substantive, and I've marked it that way. Will that give Bob more points? Well, maybe. Maybe it'll do something else. I don't know. Bob would also see that I've marked it as substantive, so at least he gets some idea of what it is I'm looking for. Now the other thing out here is this little red flag. I can click on it and it will light up, or I can click it and turn it off. Now Moodle doesn't have any kind of definition for red flag. It's something you would be able to define within your own class. Your student would see that, and maybe it means, oh, I don't know, that this is timely, or that this is a caution of some sort. Maybe there's something cited in here without a proper citation, something quoted without a proper citation. And you would want to red flag that and let the student know that you noticed it, or whatever it is you want to use that for. It's strictly up to you. At any rate, I read all of Bob's work here, and then I can go back and put a grade in for Bob. Oh, maybe he earned 15 points. I could put some comment in here if I want. And this is how I grade forums. Everything that I need to know about Bob's post is right here. And I can read Bob's post. I can also read the original post if he's responding to something. I can put a grade in for Bob, and I'm done with it. I don't have to open the forum itself. I don't have to wade through and try to find his work. It's all right here. Now let's quit looking at a forum. Let's go look at this. This is an assignment called Upload 2 Files. Now really, my assignments would be named something better than that, but this is my sandbox. I was playing around, so I created this assignment I called, creatively enough, Upload 2 Files. I see that Charlene and David both have files for me to grade, so I would start with Charlene. I could click on these, open them up, take a look at them, whatever it is I'm going to do with them. I could go ahead then and give Charlene a grade out of 50 points. I don't know, she got 45. I could put some kind of comments to her, click Save and Next, and I would immediately go to David's uploads and look at his. Again, this is a fast way to grade assignments. Now, some assignments are online text, where a student is expected to fill out some kind of text in a text box. And the online text, Eileen's student is the only one who's submitted anything. I could read what she submitted. I could go ahead and give her some kind of a grade in here, and bang, I'm done with my grading. Now I do have just one caveat about using the Joule grader. I think you'll find it's a great tool. It's fast and easy to grade forums and assignments. However, in order to use the Joule grader, your forum must be what's called an advanced forum. Now a lot of you, let me scroll this up so you can see this whole drop down. A lot of you have created just regular forums. To use the Joule grader, though, it must be an advanced forum. Unfortunately, there's no way to convert directly from a regular to an advanced forum, so you would have to start all over with a brand new forum called an advanced forum. Now I'm going to scroll down to that Mark Twain quote forum. It was way down here. Here it is. And I'm going to click on the settings for this forum. This is the one we were looking at in the Joule grader just a few moments ago. The other thing that I would point out you must do in your forums, for grade type, rather than ratings, you must select manual. Now a rating grade is where you must put a grade in for every post the student makes. With manual grading, just like in the Joule grader, you're going to grade the totality of the student's work with just 1 mark. It's a little difference in philosophy for grading forums. Do you want to grade each individual post, or do you want to just issue one overall grade for everything the student has done. If it's one grade for everything, then you would choose the manual type of grade, however many points you want the student to earn. You want simple, direct grading, unless you've actually created a rubric or a checklist. And, of course, some place in your gradebook for this thing to go. With these settings, the Joule grader will work for you, and you will find it's much faster and easier to grade your forums if you use these settings and the Joule grader. That's about it for the Joule grader. Good luck with your classes. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Remember, help is only a phone call or click away.